Every time I talk to somebody, I'm like, okay, I could wholesale that deal, I could fix and flip that deal, I could partner with you on that deal, I could bring money to you from somebody else and get paid on that fee, I could take over the payments, I could turn that in, like I literally can make money any which way in real estate because I understand all the strategies. So, hey guys, Eric and I are out driving, making YouTube content at Properties For You, answering questions that come up in the comments. So if you guys ever have questions about anything, we answer the comments and we make videos about it. But I've got a seller that just sent me an email. Yes, I'm driving and emailing, Vina. I know, it's a thing.
Your seatbelt's on though.
My seatbelt's on. Hey, how are you? My name is blank and I'm reaching out to you because I have a deal in Orlando, Florida that needs a creative solution. I'm not sure if you can help or not, but really would love to talk to you about it. My number is this, so let's call and let's see if we can get a hold of somebody. I don't know how people get my email, to be honest. Do I give it away?
A lot.
I give it away a lot, apparently. You want my help, but you won't answer the phone?
The Google subscriber you have called is not available.
Oh my gosh. Hi, whoever this is with a Google number, just use your real phone number. Why are you making me calling Google numbers? How dumb is that people do that? You're emailing my personal email and you're like, call me, and you're making me call you on a freaking Google number? Like, are you dumb? Get rid of Google numbers, guys, it's stupid. Like, how is that set up? Is it set up as like a proxy on your phone? So it comes through and it's like a Google, somebody calling you on your Google phone. Like, are you that popular that you have to have more than one phone number? I don't get it. Somebody tell me in the comments, why do y'all have Google numbers? Like, legit. And is it an Android thing? Do Android people just like your phone doesn't work, so you gotta get Google to do it? All right, well, there's the end of the video. Hello.
Yes, this is Labeuna. I have received a call from you.
Yeah, this is Pace. You sent me an email?
Hey, Pace. Yeah, this is Labeuna. I have a property in Orlando. I wanted to see if you were actually interested in.
Okay, are you the owner or are you the agent?
No, I'm not the owner. I'm actually trying to, like, I told her about a creative financing because she just bought this property a couple months ago.
Okay, got it. So you're a wholesaler?
Right.
Okay, got it. So what's the situation? She has no equity and she wants to sell?
Yes. She bought it in July.
Okay, she bought in July, which means she got a really bad interest rate. She probably has a 6 or 7% interest rate, right?
I'm not for sure. I didn't even go into detail about it.
Okay.
To get my phone. Is there possible I could call her? You could just give me the questions to ask her?
I mean, yeah.
How would you like to do it?
I would like to know why you think it's a good creative finance thing, and then we can start from there, and I'll ask you a couple questions, and I'm happy to get on the phone with her if you need to as well.
Okay. Okay.
Why did you think it was a good creative finance?
Deal. I guess because it's in Orlando, Florida. I mean, I'm not really familiar with the area. A 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It didn't look bad as far as like the condition.
Okay.
She said it's actually move-in ready. She said it's a hot area for Airbnb as well. They kind of make me suspicious too, because it's like, why didn't you do the Airbnb, you know?
Well, because homeowners are not real estate investors, right? So I used to think that when I was a brand new wholesaler. I don't really wholesale a lot anymore. I've kind of graduated from wholesale, but you know, I still wholesale maybe once or twice a month. But the biggest thing I did when I was a wholesaler is I would wonder why homeowners weren't just fixing and flipping their own houses and renting out their own houses. And the answer is because they're homeowners and they don't know anything about real estate. And most of them, even you, your name is Labeuna, right?
Yes, Labeuna. I'm sorry. I was trying to turn on my internet because I was at the library earlier.
Okay, no worries.
I was watching your videos all this morning, just trying to understand the creative.
Well, let me get to a couple things for you real fast. So can you hear me okay? I'm going to talk for like 3 straight minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So when I was a brand new wholesaler, I would make that assumption all the time, which is an incorrect assumption, which is the seller should be Airbnb-ing or renting it out themselves. Labeuna, the reason why you're starting out in wholesale instead of starting out in buying and holding is because you probably don't have the team or the resources or the experience to go out and do Airbnbs right now, right?
Right.
So why do we think homeowners have more resources, experience, and team members than you do in order to go out and do an Airbnb?
I guess because they're a homeowner, and I don't own a home yet.
Well, I'm telling you, homeowners are not investors. They don't know how to invest in real estate. They don't even know why they bought the house. Most homeowners don't even know. They don't care about the value. They're just like, oh, my job is 5 minutes away. There's zero logic in most homeowners' purchases. They're buying so that they're close to their church, close to their job, close to their whatever. Have you asked her why she's trying to sell?
It's crazy because when I said, well, I can't pay over what you put it, you bought it for. You just bought it 2 months ago. I said, did you do a full rehab? Sorry if I'm not answering the question. I said, sorry, did you, do a full rehab? Like you're asking, I think she was asking for like $310 or something.
Okay.
And she said, well, she painted it, and it wasn't adding up to, the money that she was asking for. But I'm still new to this business. Like I only been studying it for like a year and a half. So.
Okay. So if do you know what the ARV of the house is?
So that's what I was confused about as well. So it's a lot of rentals in that area, like a lot. I did see one for like $342, and it was around the same year and the same bedrooms and baths. It was a little bit bigger than the subject property, but yeah, I would say 342.
Okay,
It was like really fixed up.
Okay, 342 is what you see other comps in the area selling for that are similar to hers.
Right.
Does she have this listed on the market with an agent?
She do have it listed. I think she said she was a loan officer. That's what she said. She was a loan officer.
Yeah, she probably lost her job. Labeuna, why would she have lost her job? Why do I know that?
I don't know.
Because interest rates have been climbing so much that a lot of loan officers have lost their jobs because they have nobody buying houses right now and getting loans from them. That'd be like Starbucks. If the price of coffee went to $50 a cup, nobody at Starbucks would have a job anymore, right? So she basically is a barista, and the price of coffee went to $50. Nobody can afford buying coffee at $50, so they just fire every barista at Starbucks, right? So it's the same thing with loan officers. She probably lost her job. Is she the seller and she's the real estate agent?
Yeah, so that's what a loan officer is, a real estate agent?
No. There's a lot of like really basic real estate terms that you're kind of missing the understanding on. How did you get a hold of this lady? Let's start there.
So I went through the Facebook marketplace.
Okay.
Looking for a wholesale deal.
Okay.
Like looking for an owner to purchase the property so I could do the wholesale thing.
Okay, so you saw her house was on Facebook Marketplace. You called her. She says, my property is listed, and she wants $310,000, right?
Right.
She bought it just a couple months ago. So, Labeuna, you got a lot to learn about real estate, which is a good thing. It's a promising thing. But every time I do a wholesale deal, the seller has a reason for selling. What is the reason for this lady selling? Did you find that out?
The was messaging back and forth on Facebook.
This is the biggest problem with wholesalers, is that they have no idea why they called the homeowner. They don't know why the homeowner's selling. They've literally not paid attention to anything. It's like they're like, oh, you can make $10,000. So they're just calling homeowners without understanding the pain and motivation. Like, am I crazy? Are you also having to practice patience?
Why was she selling? She just said she didn't really give a reason. She kind of went around it.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you the most important thing I could tell you today.
Okay.
Every wholesale deal you do has nothing to do with the house. I'm going to say that again.
You said it has nothing to do.
Nothing. No deal I've ever done in my life has anything to do with the house itself. I rarely even look at comps. What I do is I ask good questions to the homeowner and I try and understand her situation. If she wants 310 and the comps are 340, it's obviously not a deal for a cash buyer, right? Cash buyer is not going to pay that. So, do you want me to talk to her?
Yeah, you can. She did ask me, she said, are you doing this yourself? And I just said, yeah. And then, yeah. So, is it okay if I say, is it okay if I have my partner call you?
Yeah, why don't you just call her?
Okay.
is just say, hey, I've got my money guy on the other line. He's the guy that brings money to all my deals. He wanted to introduce himself and ask you a couple of questions.
Okay. Do you need to know the address or anything?
No, I'm going to tell you again, Labeuna.
Okay.
It has nothing to do with the house. Every deal I've ever done has nothing to do with the house.
Okay, I got you fixed. All right, let me call it really quick. Hold on 1 second.
I'm trying to say a lot of this like really strongly for you guys on YouTube to pay attention to this. I don't need the address. I don't need any of that. I need to understand why is the lady selling and what is going on. That's what I need to know. That's the foundation of everything else. When a wholesaler will call me and say, I've got a deal, or I've got a this, or I got a that, I'm like, great, what's going on with the seller? Oh, I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? Your entire job as a wholesaler is to satisfy some sort of pain going, well, she was dancing around the thing. You were willing to email me to get me on the phone, but you never understood the underlying motivation. That's not a problem. It just means you need to learn this. You don't have a deal. You don't have a lead. This isn't even a lead, okay? And she's hung up on me. Patience. You know, you got to try and remember how it was when you didn't know this stuff, you know, and how you felt with like, well, how's it? First off, why are you calling on Facebook Marketplace to get your first deal? Call on Foreclosures. You know what their problem is. I know that they have a timeline they have to sell. That's where I'm starting. And I know the foundational reason why they're selling so that I now know how to negotiate. If you're trying to negotiate with somebody and you don't know the reason why they're selling, it's going to be impossible to negotiate. Let's see, 12, oh, she tried to call me. I block all unknown callers, sadly.
Please leave your message for 2.
My gosh, guys. There we go.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi. Sorry, Paige. So, this is a Google number. So this is one of my numbers that I use to call people like in different states. So is it possible I could call you back on my regular number?
Thank God. Yes, I'll give you a tip. Whatever wholesaler on YouTube told you to use Google numbers, fire them as a mentor. It's do not call people on a Google number.
Okay.
When they call you back,
I'm kind of confused. How did you know it was the Google number?
I knew it was a Google number when I called you. I called you and it said, the Google subscriber you have called is blah, 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 blah.
I thought I took that off. Okay, I apologize.
Don't apologize. Don't apologize to me. Okay, go ahead. Bye. Hey, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hi.
Give me 1 second. Let me call her really quick.
All right, cool. So you see how clumsy and chunky this is? Like having to go back and forth between your Google number. Guys, you don't have enough leads going on for you to have a Google number. In fact, I've never had a Google number. I think they're stupid. I think people that use them are overthinking. Just call in your personal cell phone. Don't you want people to have your personal? This is crazy. It's crazy to me.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Well, I don't want people to know my number. Why? Are you not trying to do business with people?
No, I'm good. I can speak. What's going on?
Okay, hey, she's on the phone now. Her name is Sharon.
Hi, Sharon. How you doing?
Hi, how are you? What's your name?
My name is Pace, like pacemaker or Pace pecani sauce.
There you go.
Yeah.
Pace, what's going on?
So, hey, I'm Labuena's money guy. I bring a lot of money to people's fix and flips and buy and holds and their Airbnbs and stuff. I'm just kind of the money guy to a lot of investors. And Labuena was telling me about your house. I think you're trying to get $310,000 on the house and you just barely bought it.
Yeah.
Catch me up to speed. You bought it, but now you don't want the house?
No, the thing is, I bought it to resell it. I bought it and I, it's been refurbished, painted inside and out, new flooring, all the trees were cut and everything. The property's basically, I did, some work on it and it's ready to go. I'm renting it or selling it.
Okay, got it. So you basically fix and flipped it.
Correct.
Amazing. Okay, cool. So you did it cash or did you use hard money?
I used hard money as well.
Amazing. Okay, cool. Well, I can.
I know you say that.
Well, because it gives me a really good understanding.
What's your number? What's your number, please?
My number is.
Okay, so yeah, so that's where I'm at. And I'm willing, like I said, I told her to give me an offer. I'm willing to work with you, or her, and to see if we can reach a deal. I mean, she has a couple of alternatives in mind. But yeah, I do have a hard money on it.
Okay, no problem. That's perfect. So her understanding was when she called me is that this is a good opportunity for another fix and flipper. And I'm like, it doesn't sound like it. It sounds like she's probably fixing flipping it herself. Like this is not an investor deal. This is a deal that a homeowner should be buying, not an investor. And if she can't sell it, she'll probably refinance it and keep it as a rental. And that sounds
correct. I'm 15 minutes from Islands of Adventure, so
oh yeah.
I mean, if I have other options, I can also rent Airbnb and short-term rentals and stuff. So I have alternatives there too as well.
Okay, no problem. Well,
the main reason why I purchased the property.
Totally makes sense. If you decide to refinance it and keep it as a long-term rental, just remember, I'm a money guy. I can always get you money. And if you're fixing and flipping, I can always give you good hard money too.
And what can you do for her?
Nothing. That's not a deal. I mean, if she bought it at 310, what is she going to do with it?
Well, that's the asking price. It's negotiable.
Well, even if she bought it, let's make it up. Let's say she bought it for 270. What is she going to do with it, right? I guess she could do it as a buy and hold, but there's really no skin on the bone for her to fix and flip it. So she would only have to buy and hold it.
Well, that's something that she has to determine. I don't know if she wants to do Airbnb with it, rent it short term, hold it for a year. I don't know. That's something that she has to determine.
Her primary business model is finding deals for other people like myself or my other investor buddies. Right. So she's not going to do either. She's not going to fix and flip it, and she's not going to Airbnb it. Her job is to find deals and bring them to people like me.
Okay.
There's really no opportunity for her on this particular deal because you've already priced in your profit, which you should have. You did the right thing. And it doesn't mean we can't do business together on other houses, but I don't think there's an opportunity for us to buy anything on this house.
And what are your terms? How much? What is your loan to value, and what's your interest?
We'll do 80% loan to value with somebody brand new. For somebody that I've been doing deals with, I'll do 90% loan to value, 10% interest with a doc fee of $900.
Is that across the board, or is it you just evaluate per deal?
I mean, we evaluate per deal, but it's pretty much across the board. There's really no
pretty
variance.
Much standard.
Yeah. And then on long-term money, I do DSCR loans. And so a DSCR loan for something like that, if you end up keeping it in your portfolio, I think rates are somewhere around like 8% right now on long-term money.
All right, and how fast do you close?
If it's a fix and flip, you're gonna fix and flip it. You call me, I can have money to you in 3 days.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I can wire money to.
You're located where?
I'm located all over the country, but I live in Phoenix, but I can do deals in all 50 states.
Okay, that's good to know. Well, I think I have some business for you too, because I'm in business anyway, so.
I love it. Yeah, you got my cell phone number, so if you ever want to do anything together, let me know.
Okay, I'll give you a call, and my name is Sharon. So I'll let you know, and let's see what happens.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much.
Well, pleasure meeting you.
Thank you. So here's a couple of things to learn here. I just hung up. I'm probably going to get a call from Labeuna in a minute. How did I pivot that? Because I can't make money on that. The lady has already bought it. She's already fixed and flipped it. She's sucked out all the meat out of the bone. Why is it not a creative finance deal? Because I don't take over hard money loans. I'm not going to take over a toxic debt. She has a toxic debt. What is a toxic debt? Toxic debt is a loan that is interest only. I don't do interest only loans, okay? So this lady's got like 14% interest only that she's paying every single month. And she's got it on the market for 310, and she's also saying, well, that's negotiable, which means she's having a hard time selling. It's all these things that I know because I've been in real estate a long time that I can understand what is actually being said, right? So what the lady's saying is like, oh yeah, it's negotiable, which means if she was having an easy time selling it and she was getting a lot of offers, she wouldn't have said that. She would have said, dude, I've got 15 offers at 310. I'm probably going to close it down today, right? That's not what she said. She says, well, that's my asking offer, and 310 is negotiable, which means she won't get 310. Okay, so if she can't get 310 and it's already been renovated, she can't even get 310. Even if I bought it at 275, how am I gonna make any money? Because I'm gonna go and turn around and sell it for, let's say, 300. I'd need a whiteboard to break this down. How of a deal, if I was gonna buy it as a fix and flip, she's already sucked out all the profit, I would probably have to buy this at like 225. Because now I've got to close on it, I've got a couple months of payments, I got to go sell it, I got to pay commissions. There's so much cost that gets sucked out of a deal. I'd have to pay $225. Okay, well, now it's a creative deal. Well, no, it's not a creative deal because the girl didn't even understand that the person she's talking to was a fix and flipper. This is the primary problem with wholesalers. Now, Labeuna, good job. You're taking action. I'm not trying to criticize or make you feel disparaged at all. I know it seems like that because I have to be strong to people on YouTube so you learn some of these things. Understand why the person's selling and what the story is leading up to it. It is incredibly important. The second we realized, it was like immediate. The second I realized she was an investor, didn't the whole entire thing change? Okay, so now how did I pivot? How can I make money now?
Become her money guy.
I can be her Gator lender. I can provide DSCR loans. I can provide fix and flip loans. That lady now will take money from me. It's not even my money. So I can refer hard money to her that I can white label and I can get paid on the fee of her going and taking somebody else's money. What's crazy is when you understand real estate, you can insert yourself in 25 different ways. And Labeuna, good for you. You're in the library, you're using free internet, you have no excuses. I love it. You gotta start with what is the seller's motivation? What are they doing? How did they get the house? Because you have to understand the landscape in order for you to change and manipulate the landscape to make money on it. So anyway, was this helpful?
Yes.
I think if I watched this when I was brand new, I'd be like, oh shoot, okay, so I gotta know what's going on. And you see how fast I just went straight to the lady, like, what are you doing? Catch me up to speed, what's going on? Well, why are you selling it? Oh, so you're a fix and flipper. Okay, got it. Yeah, I am a fix and flipper, right? Like, I didn't spend any time beating around the bush. I went straight for the jugular. On every call, I go straight to the jugular. So, she asked for my cell phone number. Why? Because I'm a money guy. This is why being a Gator is so powerful, is because, dude, I can make money in anything. People go, what should I do? Fix and flip, wholesale, everything, do it all. Every time I talk to somebody, I'm like, okay, I could wholesale that deal, I could fix and flip that deal, I could partner with you on that deal, I could bring money to you from somebody else and get paid on that fee, I could take over the payments, I could turn that in, like, I literally can make money any which way in real estate because I understand all the strategies. So,
Hello.
hey, was that enlightening at all?
Yeah, it was. It was some stuff y'all was saying. I know what you were talking about, though.
Oh, you
Yeah,
did?
I was just about to call you. I just got back to the library.
Do you see why it's so important to understand what the seller's doing and what their motivation is?
Yeah.
So what is that seller doing?
It's like, how do you... So they purchased the property, so they put a little bit of money into it, so they basically looking for resale value, right?
Yeah, they're a fix and flipper. So number one, congratulations. You're taking action and you're doing a good job. Like, congratulations. You should be proud of yourself, okay?
Thank you.
Yeah, like everybody else and their dog is a sissy and won't make the calls. You're doing a great job. Now, I want to tell you what I did on that call real quick, just so you understand, okay? I don't hesitate to ask people what the hell they're doing with the house. I immediately went straight for her neck. What are you doing with the house? Why are you selling it? What's going on? I found out she was a fix and flipper in less than 20 seconds. Why does her being a fix and flipper change everything about the conversation? Well, I'll tell you. If she's a fix and flipper, what do fix and flippers do to buy properties? They go get hard money loans. What are hard money loans? Hard money loans are interest-only loans. So as a creative investor, I'm not going to take over an interest-only loan. That's a toxic loan. I don't want an interest-only loan. Does that make sense? Okay, so the second she told me she was a fix and flipper, I knew she was using hard money. Because Labeuna, there's a lot of ways to make money in real estate. You don't always have to wholesale, fix and flip, or buy and hold. Another way to make money in real estate is be the lender. Even if somebody's not a seller, I can give her money in the future without any of my own money.
Okay.
I know that sounds crazy.
Because you have other people. Gator Method?
The Gator Method, you got it.
Okay.
I can use other people's money to fund her next flip or her next rental, and I get paid on that transaction.
Okay.
So that's why I pivoted. I was like, all right, well, I'm not going to be able to buy this house because there's no equity in the deal, so a cash deal is not going to work. You have a hard money loan, so I'm not going to buy it creatively. And you know what? I can make money on a Gator loan on future deals with you, and that's why she took my cell phone. okay? If you were a Gator and you were trained on Gator, you would know how to make money with that lady for the rest of her life. That lady's gonna do 2-3 flips a year. You should be getting paid on every one of her flips as a Gator, even though you're not using any of your money to fund her fix and flips or her buy and holds.
Okay.
So
Because I have access to capital.
you have access to capital through the Gator method. That is correct.
So even though I don't have the money,
Yeah, in the
I
Gator
don't have it.
in the Gator method, I give the Gators access to like $300 million in capital that they can go out and refer people, and you get paid on the referral. I have one student that made 10 grand just this week on referring people to the money. You can do the Gator method and have people just go to a link that is your referral link. So when you talk to somebody, oh, you're a fix and flipper? And they go, yeah, I'm a fix and flipper. Great, are you using hard money? Yeah, I use hard money all the time. Okay, great. Well, I'm also a lender. I can help you out. Hopefully I can beat your rates and what's going on. Here's my link to apply for your next fix and flip. And every time they do a fix and flip and use that money, you get paid on every single time.
Probably what was in that video with you and your wife and the baby. I didn't get through all of it because I had to call her back.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's probably what you was about to say in that video. So I do apologize.
Don't apologize.
Okay.
Have confidence. You did nothing wrong. You're awesome. You did a great job. You took action. I'm super proud of you.
Thanks.
Okay, if you ever need help in the future, let me know.
So, question. Like how can I, because I haven't even did my first deal yet, you know, I know I will, but it's like, how do I make sure I do a deal?
Only call foreclosures. Only call foreclosures. If you've never done a deal before, only call foreclosures or expired listings. That's it. Don't call anything else.
Okay.
I
did call a foreclosure.
No,
earlier.
not a foreclosure. Call hundreds of foreclosures.
Okay.
Okay? Who's the person?
So is there like a certain?
Who are you learning from on YouTube besides me?
There's a lot of you guys, but I was in this program that kind of showed us how to wholesale and then get a property under contract and post it on the MLS. But I still haven't been able to do that. And then I watch Jamil a lot. You.
Okay, whoever taught you to go on Facebook Marketplace to get a deal as your first deal is missing the point. Labeuna, the number one way to get a deal is to find a motivated seller. You already know this. So who's the most motivated person on the planet? Somebody in foreclosure. So don't waste your time doing anything else except for calling foreclosures and expired listings. That's it. Go on my wife's YouTube and type in Laura Morby expired listings, and she's got a free training on expired listings. Don't waste your time calling non-motivated sellers. Call foreclosures and expired listings when you're first starting out.
Okay. So, question, as far as like with the foreclosures, because you know it's kind of like a sensitive subject, like what would be something to open the conversation?
Go on my YouTube channel and type in Pace Morby Foreclosure Mastery, and I've got 2 videos that explain that exact answer.
Okay. You said Pace Morby Foreclosure?
Foreclosure Mastery.
All right. Well, thank you.
I'm going to do this one more time. I'm going to tell you the tips. Number 1, get rid of your Google Voice number. Get rid of it.
Okay.
Whoever taught you to do that is an idiot. You can tell them Pace said so. Okay? The next thing is you're doing a great job taking action, but you should only, this is the next thing, only call people we 100% know are motivated, which would be foreclosures or expired listings. When you call a seller, every single time you're looking for motivation. You want to know what's going on. Like, they're going through a divorce. I have to move because of a job opportunity. My wife kicked me out because I was cheating on her with a girl down the street. Whatever is going on in their life, you need to know what that is before you negotiate on price.
Okay.
If you're asking people about their price and all of that stuff, but you don't know the motivation, you have gone too far in the conversation. You have to go back and find their motivation and what's going on. Why are you selling? Why are you in foreclosure? What's happening? You're on the right track. You're taking action, but I'm going to tell you something. This requires not 1 lead, not 10 leads, not 50 leads. This requires hundreds of conversations to get your first deal. Hundreds.
Okay.
Why? Because you have to learn all these terminologies and all these little nuances, and the only way to learn them is to have a lot of failed conversations. If I give you 200 leads, you would probably close 2 or 3 of them. If I took the same 200 leads, I would probably close 40 of them. I understand every way to make money in real estate. You don't yet. And so you have to make a lot more calls, because that's what I had to do when I started. A lot of calls, a lot of conversations, a lot of screw ups, a lot of no's, a lot of hang ups in order for you to get to a level of mastery like I have.
Okay.
Labeuna, do you know what BMX is?
DMX?
Yeah, like those white guys that cruise around on freaking bikes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Do you think those guys jump on a bike for their first time and just do amazing tricks?
No.
Do you think they fall like
It's
hundred?
practice.
They break their arms, they fall, they scrape their knees, they do all sorts of things for probably years before they become masters, right?
Right.
They don't ride a bike once a week or once a month. These guys are out there riding bikes 6-7 hours a day, 5 days a week for 5 years straight to become really good at what they do.
Yeah.
What I wish I could tell everybody that's jumping into real estate is that it's going to be a lot harder, and it's going to require a lot more phone calls than you think it is, but that's a good thing. And the reason it's a good thing is because you get to practice, you get to make a lot of friends, you get to learn new things. And guess what, Labeuna? You're doing 99% more than anybody else. Most people won't even make their first call. So congratulations. Literally, you've done a great job.
Thank you.
All right, I got to go.
Thanks for calling.
You're welcome. Whoever's teaching you to use Google numbers when you're making phone calls is an idiot. You can tell them I said that. If somebody told you to get a Google number, they're dumb. It's so worthless. If you're calling sellers and you're just by yourself, just use your phone number. You're not doing anything wrong. You're not soliciting. You're not trying to sell them anything. You're trying to help them in a situation. You're not soliciting, okay? Subscribe. We work hard for you. Tell Eric that you appreciate him and that he's a good BMXer down in the comments down below. Hi, Labeuna.
Hey, thanks. I'm sorry to bother you again, but I have a question. So the lady just called back for that property in Orlando. She said that she'll come down to 262. Is that even a deal for me?
Okay, so let's say you get it under contract for 262, right? You assign it to me for 272. So you make $10,000. Let's just make it up. It's not gonna happen, but let's just make it up, okay? I don't buy it for 272 because I have to buy it for 272 plus closing costs. So I'm gonna be into that property as your buyer, probably 277, okay? I go turn around and put it back on the market for $310,000. Is it going to sell for $310,000?
No.
Okay, obviously it's not, because she couldn't sell it for $310,000, right? Okay, is it gonna sell for $300,000?
Probably not.
Okay, is it gonna sell for $290,000?
Probably not.
What about $280,000?
No.
Okay, so
just looking at my prop stream in the area, it looks like the most that property could possibly go for is 260.
okay, so we obviously know that there's nowhere anybody can make money on that deal, right?
Right.
So this lady, I'm going to tell you the truth. A lot of people that are fix and flippers, like this lady we talked about, they don't know what they're doing. They watched some YouTube channel, they went to a free seminar on how to flip houses, and they decided, I'm going to go flip a house and make it nice. This lady bought a bad deal, and she's in a bad situation. She now has hard money, and it's costing her every single month to hold that property. So she went from 310 down to 262. She dropped her price $48,000 because we said it's not a deal for us, right? Said, it's not a deal. So she dropped her price 48 grand. Does that tell you how desperate she is?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So she's desperate, but even at 260, you and I can't make any money unless, Labeuna, the only way we could make money is if she had a good mortgage on that property that I could just take over the mortgage. The problem is she doesn't have a good mortgage. She has hard money, and I don't want hard money. It's interest only money she has on that house, so I don't want it. When I'm talking to a homeowner and a homeowner's in the same situation, and the homeowner says, will you buy it for $262,000? I go, yeah, I will if you let me take over your payments, and I would take over their payments because it's actually a good quality loan.
A mortgage.
Right.
Okay.
This lady has a hard money loan, so I don't even want to offer to take over her payments because the payments I would be taking over are interest only at like 14%. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I got you.
So I would just reply back to her and just say, this is not a deal for us. I'm so sorry. Labeuna, here's a good idea for you, okay? There's something called an option contract. Have you ever heard of an option contract?
No.
Okay.
It wouldn't be like the creative solution, right?
No, not a lease option.
Okay.
It's an option contract, okay? I want you to go to Jerry Norton's YouTube channel and type in Jerry Norton option contract, okay? What Jerry teaches is you can ask the lady, hey, I don't think it's a good deal for me, but will you give me an option to send this out to my friends who buy houses and see what their offer is on the deal? So now, Labeuna, you can go practice sending this deal, even though it's not a deal, you can go practice sending this deal to people and get their feedback so you know where somebody would actually buy it at.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
I got you. Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you.
Bye. That Sharon lady that she just talked to is actually now texting me directly, trying to get me to call her. Should I call her? I don't want to go around Labeuna, but I also know there's no business for me to do here with her except for being a lender. People on YouTube, in the comments, should I call Sharon, the seller, back, or should I not? I'll wait. You just put it in the comments. I'll wait. Come on, go put it in the comments. Okay, you guys said you wanted me to call her. We're calling her. Good job.
Hi, Grace.
Hi, Sharon. How you doing?
Good, good. Question. Okay, you told me your DSCR loans were at 8%, you said?
It depends on credit and stuff like that. We don't do a hard pull on your credit, but we do pull credit. And I've got people getting like 6.7%, and I've got some people getting like 8.2% depending on the deal.
Okay, and what about your regular loans there? What interest rate are you working with there?
My regular loans, like long term?
Yeah, long term or fix and flip, or what are we doing there?
Well, I'm driving right now. If you want to, do you want to send me some addresses? I can give you some term sheets.
Okay, I'm driving too, so if you could text me your email, because I might have some deals for you.
Okay.
I'm a loan officer here in Florida.
Okay, so
cool. I have a lot of people, I do hard money, and I have some hard money investors that I give them deals. So I that's why I want you, if you can send me, a sheet on what you.
Of course, yeah. Happy to do that.
You can send me so I can start, see if we can do some business together.
Okay, cool. Let's do it.
Okay, so you're the direct lender. You're not using somebody else. You're the lender.
I'm the lender, yeah.
Okay, good. That's what I need to. All right, so yeah, do that. I'll send you, I'll respond, and we'll take it from there. I have 3 or 4 deals right now that I'm placing, so.
Amazing.
Okay, I like the way you say that.
Very cool. Let's do some business.
Amazing. I love that. All right. Yeah, and I will look forward to, I look forward to doing some business.
Me too.
If you're giving some good rates and some good terms, and you're making it, pretty easy, I got a couple of deals right now that we can start working on like right away.
Very cool. Thank you, Sharon.
Okay, you're welcome, Pace.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, so Sharon, this also shows you how easy Gator is. Like, this lady's on Facebook Marketplace, and although her real estate is not a deal for me, she's like, I have like 4 deals that you could just lend money on. Are you the direct lender? Do I have to tell her that I'm actually lending somebody else's money? No, because she won't know the difference. I'm referring, this is what's great about Gator. I'm referring this lady, Sharon, to my team. My team is a group of lenders that have $300 million, and it's all seamless. She doesn't know any different. And the way I structured the Gator program is I structured it so that Sharon can never go around me to the lender. The lender gets pinged to this lady Sharon, and Sharon is always deemed my contact. And every time Sharon works with my lender, I get paid every single time. Even if Sharon's like, I hate Pace, I never want to talk to Pace ever again, every time she uses that loan portal and gets a loan, I get paid on it, even if Sharon never wants to talk to me ever again. So it does show you how quickly you can just go to Facebook Marketplace and get Gator deals. They're everywhere. And this lady's like desperate to use me and desperate to give me opportunities. She has 4 opportunities for me to lend money on. It's not even my money. That's the coolest thing about Gator. It's not even my money. I get to lend somebody else's money, but I get paid on it. Freaking sick.